This is a true story, 100% true. We got in our old house, we had a big house, like 5-bedroom, 4 or 5-bedroom, I think it was 5. And we went and we got an old dresser from her cousin in Indiantown. And what we did is the only thing we did is we brought it home that night and we put it into garage. Our bedroom was, keep in mind, our bedroom's right above that garage. All hell broke loose that night. First of all, I went down, I watched TV. TV shut off on its own. Hey, I can explain that. I'm a computer guy. Power supply's bad. I'm thinking, oh boy, now I gotta put a Vizio power supply in TV.
Because
I used to fix TVs. Yeah, it's fairly new. I said, power supply, no big deal. So I thought it was a little weird because I've never done it before. Never. So it just happened to do it this night. Now I forgot about the dresser. We forgot. We don't even know we don't even know anything's haunted at this point.
Going on a regular night.
Regular night. I walked away from the TV at night to go upstairs and the hallway turned really cold. I'm like, I got goosebumps. I'm like, what the heck? Now all of a sudden the TV downstairs just turned on. Volume went through the roof. I didn't have it at that volume. It went through, it started raising the volume on its own, like getting my attention. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, power supplies just don't do that. They don't automatically turn on, they automatically shut off. So they're doing the reverse. In the same day. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I went down there, shut the TV off, went back upstairs, TV turned back on. Right when the same spot of the stairs, I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little freaked out now. So I went downstairs, shut the TV off, turned the remote to the side, pulled the batteries out of the remote. Nothing happened. I don't know whether the batteries out of the remote helped it. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going on. So I went up there, went up to her bedroom, and then when we went into her bedroom, now keep in mind, we're just walking in the door, just got home, got out of the shower, watched the little TV, ate, went to the bedroom. Now we just got home. So what happens after that? We're sitting in the bed, both of us with the dogs, and all of a sudden,
I had gone to the bathroom, and when I came back to the bed, I put my robe on the end of the bed.
On the right side?
On the right side, my side of the bed, at the end of the bed. The girls were on the bed. Ross and I were watching, I think we were watching Finding Bigfoot. Ross had told me that he was cold, and I said, well, I'm not cold, I'm hot. It's hot outside. And he said, well, I felt chills, so I lowered the air, and I was upset about that, but I just kind of ignored it. And then all of a sudden, the robe on the end of the bed flew into the middle of the room.
Well, it flew up an angle to the top.
It went like this and flew like that, and then a black shadow went from whatever it was that moved the robe. A black shadow went from the robe up to the ceiling, into the attic.
And what's weird is our dogs turned our head at the same time and watched this like this. They went like this, both our dogs. Both of our dogs went. And the dogs went out and started barking.
Izzy, earlier in that night, when we got home, I went up to take a shower because we were helping my cousin paint and do all kinds of things in their house. They were just moving in. And Izzy was barking in the closet, and I was in the shower. I was yelling to Ross, was like, what's wrong with her? Why is she barking so much?
Well, what is she barking at the wall?
She was barking at the wall in the closet. And I was like, what? So, now, just like Ross said, that dresser was in the garage underneath our bedroom.
But at this point, we didn't know it was a dresser because we couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
No. And he went to bed. We shut everything off. We were like, whatever. And I said to him, I was like, it's a ghost. And he's like, it's not a ghost. It just fell off. He was trying to figure out in his brain or tell me, find logical reasons what had happened. And we had just got home, so he was like, maybe somebody was in the house. So he checked the whole house.
I checked the whole house. I was like,
he's like, well, the dog was barking in the closet. Let's check the cloosets. Let's check everything. So he checked the entire house, all the closets, everything. Nobody was there. Nothing was there. So we went to bed. And then about 3 o'clock in the morning, he started gasping for air, and I felt him like struggling. I was like, what's going on? I looked over to him, and he finally was able to sit up, and I said, what's wrong? He said, something's choking me.
Yeah.
And I was like, choking you?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, well, maybe he had some cereal or something, because that's something he does. He eats right before he goes to bed, and then he ends up with, acid reflux, whatever.
So the next morning, what we did is we called my sister, because my sister's a medium. She can talk to the dead. And she has. She's predicted the Oklahoma City bombing. She predicted the space shuttle blew up. She predicted the tsunami that hit. She's pretty darn good. She doesn't know what's going to happen the next day, but she knows something's going to happen. And she can talk to the dead too. So I said, Kim, this is what happened. I told the whole story. And all of a sudden, she asked this one question. She said, did you guys get anything new in the house? And I was like, no, we didn't get nothing new. And the dresser. She goes, second question, she says, where's the dresser located? I said, in a garage. Where's the garage located next to the bedroom? I said, it's right below us. She goes, oh, God, get rid of the dresser.
Yeah.
I said, get rid of the dresser, but Heather wants to redo the dresser. She goes, that's where the problems are coming from. as soon as you told me the dresser's below you, I know that's where the problems are coming from. So what we did is Kim says, take your hands, put it on each side of the dresser, say, spirit or ghost, whatever you are, leave, you're not wanted. But don't be nice to it, be mean. You have to be in charge or that thing will never go away. So it went back into the dresser, we yelled at it, picked the dresser up, put it at the edge of the street, and the dresser was gone. A friend of mine joked to me and said, hey Ross, wouldn't that suck if the dresser showed back up with a note saying, I don't want this freaking thing, it's haunted, and gave it back to you? So I was hoping that didn't happen, because I would have lit the darn thing on fire.
And what was funny was that somebody, like the trash pickers and stuff, they go around
someone got
the neighborhood. Somebody picked it up, and I said to Ross, oh, I hope they don't bring that back.
Yeah, I don't want that thing back. But it was a nice dresser. We're going to redo it. It's kind of a shame,
beautiful.
But for our headache that we had that night, it wasn't worth it. You have to sometimes put a line on things. It wasn't worth it. And to that day, everything stopped. All the problems stopped that day. That next day, nothing happened. Everything was totally back to normal. The TV never turned on or shut off again. Never felt cold in the hallway. Never seen shadows. Nothing ever moved. The dog stopped barking at the closet wall. Everything completely stopped. So whether you believe in ghosts or spirits or not, we do. I don't, because it happened to us. Now it might be. My sister said it's 1,000,000 to 1 where it might not happen again forever in your whole life. She says the spirit it was kind of like a demon spirit. And it had so much energy that it's very, very unusual. It's like 1,000,000 to 1. It's like hitting the lottery that'll ever happen to anybody. It's very rare. It's a lot of energy, and she could not believe the energy that thing was putting off. And I just didn't want any knives coming at me or something. I was like, get this thing out of here.
But what's odd about the house is that it was haunted. Our house, it really wasn't old. It was built in 2004.
2003 or 4, yeah.
And so things can attach themselves to people or objects or land or whatever, and it really doesn't have to be an old haunted house or an old haunted dresser or anything like that.
It could be anything.
You know what I mean? If it likes it or it wants to go with you, or it doesn't matter. We had a little boy in our house. Only I saw. Ross hadn't seen him.
No, I haven't seen it.
He never believed me.
Her father's seen it. My friend's seen it.
Yeah, also when people would stay in our guest bedroom, they would feel like something was crawling up them.
Like a cat.
Like a cat or something like that.
It's probably a little boy crawling.
It was probably the little boy that I saw. We lived in the house for maybe 3 months or whatever, and I saw him on the side of the bed. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk for maybe about 20 seconds. When I finally could move, I was pushing away as far as I could. It scared the beans out of me. And I saw him another time standing on the dresser facing the wall, which was the oddest thing to me. Mm-hmm. But after that, I told him, I said, get out of the bed, get out of here, you're not wanted. If you're an evil or if you're bad, get out of our house.
Did he leave?
And I never saw him again. But our
friends did, so he was still there.
But he wasn't bad. I never felt like he was a bad person. You can just tell when things are bad or good. And
there's bad spirits, there's good spirits, there's evil spirits, there's all kinds.
I never felt like it was bad, but I did always feel like something was behind me in that house.
Usually they're pretty good. They don't do that. They don't spook the heck out of you. They're pretty good. I think. I've never had a bad experience with one ever besides that one time. So I wouldn't say that all ghosts and spirits are bad, because they're not, guys. They're not. And they do exist. The more nerve you have, the more like you're in charge, the more you have pull with this whatever's in your house. I mean, I would be curious to see if they could tell us their stories in the comments on what happened to them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like scary things or anything like that. I'm not about that. But I love to hear ghost stories, and when we hang out around fires and at friends' house, we always tell these stories, and then they always have stories to tell us, which is great. Which is another reason why we decided to share these with you, because Papa Drew shared his video from the ship and stuff. And we just figured we'd share these with you. Yeah,
I'll post this link below. Papa Drew, he just went on a Queen Mary in California, and it was one of the 7th most haunted place in the world.
Yeah, and he caught a few things.
He caught a few things that are pretty interesting. So we'll post that link below to his YouTube channel. Actually, right to the video, guys. So check that out. And leave your comments below. If you ever had any ghost experience or spirits or whatever, put it below, because that's the most important thing, is you can leave a comment below, and we do read them.
Yes, we do, and we comment back.
Yep. So there you go, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.